Then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine. I'm not wasting.
Good, everybody. Hopefully, you guys had a great Wednesday, hump day, and happy Thursday. I see we got Rural 2 IC in here. I hung out in his live stream last night. If you guys don't know who he is, look for him on the YouTubes. Yes, Broseph, I read your email. I'll be happy to be on your show live or recorded in January. Not a problem. Just have to set up an actual date. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and roll through the. Unfortunately, my chat remembers what happened in the chat yesterday, so I have to go to a special chat so I can see who was actually here first. Come on now, you're being dumb. You're being dumb, machine. Like Rose first, number 2, West Virginia Pappy. You are deterred. Catitude. Good morning, Bradley. R2I Rural 2 IC Survival. Teresa's in here. Good morning. Good listening on the drive. We got Andy's in the house. Ian, Mike. Where are we at here? Man, this chat is really doing some weird stuff. And Pamela Prepper. As the list goes on, we shall see what happens, who shows up, and what there is to say. Okay, let's see. It looks like everything is functioning correctly. I don't think that my tickler is working. That didn't sound right at all, did it? I don't think I've got that counter down there on the bottom that tells me how close I am to reaching my streaming or my subscriber goal. But it's okay. Those things are fickle anyway. Maybe I'll update that later on today or something. All right, so let's see here. Got Pamlico Prepper. There we go. All right. So it looks like everything is up to date. First and foremost, guys, well, I won't say foremost. I'll say I did a thing. I did a thing. It's all linked to my YouTube now. If you guys, I don't know what you were seeing, but I also know that a couple things have changed. So we used to get a lot of looky-loos in here pop in and make lots of comments, some of them good, some of them bad. And now I'm running in what they call subscriber mode, where only if you've only subscribed, if you're not a subscriber, you can't comment. It's that easy. So all the people that are not subscribers that have been just riding on the coattails of all the people who are actually doing the work now have to subscribe if they want to say something, which is fine for me. I think it's an easy pay, it's an easy fix. Also, let me push this button over here. Like I said, I did a thing. All right, so guys, the old Teespring merch I had. I'm not happy with. I've had several of the subscribers, the members, the followers, all of the peoples have been telling me about how they're having problems getting the products. So I went out and I created a new one and actually linked it to my YouTube channel. So you'll actually be able to get those things. So I just have the basic stuff out like right now. So I've got some cups, I've got some mugs, I've got some water bottles, stuff like that. That thing, don't order that. That is wrong. This cup, I can't get rid of it. It's wrong. But all the other stuff, very well set up, very well designed. Also, I checked the sizing chart. You have to like measure stuff down here. Where's it at? Sizing chart. It works out. It was appropriate. So that's the men's premium T-shirt. Anywho, I want to let you guys know that it does exist. I don't know if it'll be there in time for Christmas, but I do know that yeah, it's that thing. I've already ordered a black t-shirt for myself. I can control the pricing, but right now I'm going to kind of like let it ride and see what people think about it, and then they'll let me know. They'll let me know. Okay. I will be designing more things, but I'll be honest with you, the design process is not an easy thing because you literally have to have your own graphics, and they have to be graphics as well. So let's see here. So we're going to go ahead and get off of that. Okay, so let me look at the chat here. Some people were talking here. Dang, look at that. Good morning, Mike is here. What we got here? The the lambs that I got you. Hello from Western North Carolina. Good, good. Hopefully you are not part of that debauchery that was happening out there in the mountains, but hopefully you're staying safe. Yes, sir. And yes, merch, a little bit of merch. People have been asking for it, so I figured I'd find a reputable company that I could actually link to things. So. Let's see here. And see a link in the description. Yes, we are. Ah, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, stay safe, stay healthy, protect yourself. I mean, that's really all I can tell you. So, okay. So, what I wanted to do was start thinking, kind of following that theme of the big what ifs, we've got the drones, we've got there, and there's no options questions this morning, guys, because I think that we need to get right into it, and I think that we need to talk generally about having a more robust medical capability, because these are serious times, unfortunately, and I told people that after Captain Rick was elected that we still had 60 days of chaos, and they are absolutely proving to be a 100% true statement that I never wanted to be right about. So it's I think it's important to have some of the more robust medical kits. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'll probably throw some refugee medical stuff or some JSK stuff up later, but I want to talk to you about the things that you should probably have, because you know, specifically if you live in rural North Carolina, there's a good chance no one's coming to help you for a good period of time, 45 minutes for a sheriff, 15 minutes to half an hour for an ambulance, and that's on a good day. And I know a guy who works on the ambulance crew. He's an EMT, that in rural North Carolina, who did all of that evacuation stuff and putting people on helicopters and driving all sorts of places. And my God, what a mess. And so if you think that the Black Hawk helicopters are going to come and land in your backyard because, you broke your leg, that's not going to happen. So you need to have the supplies that you will need to prolong your survival, your life, maintain your life force, until something more advanced can come along, or possibly the advanced stuff could be your activity as well. Um, Laszlo's in the house. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. They flew over my house day and night in the beginning. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And you could tell when I talk about the more serious things, when it's not all doom and gloom or the news this or the news that, we actually have a view count because no one wants to talk about the serious things. No one wants to talk about the things that we need to make sure that we're doing for preparedness. So I'm going to drink a little bit of coffee. I'm going to drink a little bit. Hey, if you guys could do me a favor, and you know what? Let's see. If you believe that you need more medical supplies in your preps, put a one in the chat. If you don't, put a number two in the chat. That means it's like I'm plussed up, I'm good to go. Or put a three in the chat that if you don't believe that medical supplies are important. So do me a favor. I'm gonna be drinking some coffee and Lamb of the Light. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll set up a live stream and I can talk to you about some stuff. But right now today is about medical preparedness. And all those numbers I'm asking to do actually do help with the live stream. So, what I want to do is I want to talk to you about a detailed guide, that kind of bridges the gap between basic first aid and a fully equipped medical supply setup for emergency preparedness. We're going to outline supplies and strategies that are essential for handling medical issues during long-term survival scenarios. We want to incorporate both conventional medical tools and natural remedies. What we're going to talk about is we're going to prioritize practicality and adaptability and the ability to address a broad range of potential emergencies. And I think that that is what is going to get us where we need to be an hour from now. All right, so essentials. The essentials for advanced medical preparedness. After assembling a basic kit, the assumption basic kit, individuals should focus on upgrading your supplies to handle more complex medical situations. You can always barter with it if you need it. Gotcha. So let's talk a little bit about advanced wound care. So some of the essential items like steri strips, sutures, trauma dressings, and clotting agents like Clot or Celix or C-locks, as some people call it, to manage the bleeding are going to be kind of needed for advanced wound care. So maybe stock some sterile and non-sterile gauze, including non-stick Telfa pads to prevent wound adherence. Maybe some large trauma dressings such as the ABD pads and 12 by 30 dressings. They're kind of vital for managing significant injuries. Pretty much the rule is just anything you can just jam into whatever ginormous wound there is to find the bleed, block the bleed, keep the blood in. You're filling that cavity with stuff that is going to keep the blood inside the body. You don't want people bleeding out in. We're also not surgeons, so now one of the recommendations is I think you need to learn wound irrigation techniques and practice using tools like syringes to clean injuries and learning how to do it effectively. You should also include medical grade adhesive tape and duct tape to secure dressings under austere conditions because let's face it, if we have to do something major, it's not going to be in a sterile environment. There's not going to be a giant set of lights over our heads. It's probably going to be on a kitchen floor if we're lucky. Which brings us to infection management. We need to prepare for infection control with oral antibiotics or substitutes like garlic oil, raw honey, and herbal salves, containing calendula or tea tree oil. You know, um, you also want to keep plenty of antibacterial soap, hand sanitizers, and antiseptic solutions like betadine or hibicillins. It's really hard to say. Hibiclens. Hibicillins. Um, a recommendation for that is to familiarize yourself with natural antibiotics, alternatives, and their actions. Honey, minced scarlet can double as an oral remedy and a wound dressing. Store syringes and swabs for thorough wound cleaning. We kind of we kind of forget these things. And I can tell you a quick story. A quick story. Back when I was a young Marine, we were on an exercise, and if you know anything about the M249 saw, which at the time I did not, they just handed it to me because it was the heaviest weapon they could find to torture me with. And the you when you charge the weapon, when you charge, it means to like make it ready. There's a charging handle on the side of it. When you charge the weapon, you're supposed to do it palm up, and the reason you do that is because the ejection port cover on that thing is right underneath your hand. And if you charge it with your hand up, then that port coverage will just run along the bottom of your hand, or you'll even miss it completely. But if you charge it hand down, you're going to actually cut your that port cover can actually cut you. Specifically, if it's hot, it'll just sear your skin like a little laser cutting through your hand. And well, I didn't know that, and they were just torturing me. And I'm trying to get the this weapon into action, and it's jamming, and I can't figure it out. And so I just grab it and pull it. Next thing you know, I got a nice little scar right here. A nice little scar right here from that the junior Marine boot mistake. Well, it cut me open pretty good, and I had to go to the Naval Hospital, and the Naval Hospital was also servicing the community, and it was full of people who were about to die from DUIs. So I had nothing to do but sit there. And the nurse, I told the doctor or the nurse, I was like, "Hey, listen, if you get me the stuff, I'll clean my own wound out." They're like, "Okay." So they got me a bucket, they got me a scrub pad, they got me some iodine, and they told me just rub it out. I mean, and then they cleaned it and then checked it. They're like, "Oh, good job," and then they stitched me up. But the point I'm trying to make is that we often forget about the need to clean wounds, okay? Because a lot of times we like habitually just like when we cut our finger, sometimes we stick it in our mouth, which is not smart. Um, but we might run it under some tap water. Most people don't know that you can actually use your own blood to clean a wound by just squeezing it until the blood is. You want it to bleed out just a little bit so that everything is leaving the wound. That's kind of a field expedient way of doing it. But we often forget that we need to actually clean the wounds. We can never sterilize a wound, but we can clean the wounds out and remove debris and any bad stuff that might things like that. I'm gonna go to the chat here real quick. Here, I'm gonna push the chat button. I know people love that chat button now. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna scroll up a little bit here. Always need more. Let's see. Let's see. The sword. Repent, Jesus is coming. We know the sword. We know, but thank you for telling us, and I appreciate you. So you come every single day that I'm online, and you tell us. Someone is going to listen. I swear they will. Let's see here. Man, missed the first 13 minutes. I hate my phone. It doesn't refresh. Well, look at it on the bright side, Bradley. You were probably in a meeting, so let's see. Ian's in the house. Yeah, I was just working away and didn't realize it had already started. Where we at here? Top of the morning, 1-5. Good to see you, bro. Scrub till it hurts. Exactly, exactly. Are you kidding me? I put grease in mine here at work. No bugs get through that stuff. Here's the thing is that actually most grease is kind of semi-sterilized. It's processed. That industrial grease is processed. Now, if you just do it from the ground, but that's okay. Let's see here. Rose says, but it's your bacteria. I know, right? Grumpy Acre Farm. Grumpy! After cleaning his wound, they had LP drink some water, change his socks, and take some Motrin. I know, right? Those big, thick, fat 800 milligram ones. You're not getting any painkillers. They did numb me up to stitch me, but yeah, that's pretty much what they did. Drink water, and they took me back to the field in the middle of the night, and I had to dig a one-man fighting position, like one that you stand in. Let's see here. Let's see here. The grease will not allow bacteria growth. There you go, Rose. High temp too, so no fever, right? There you go. What is scrubbing is causing more bleeding? Uh, oh, you're saying what if the scrubbing is causing more bleeding? Well, you generally don't scrub a wound that is bleed like any type of arterial bleeding. You want to stop that bleeding. You don't want to scrub it. Um, enjoy the cold weather. Local prepper gifted one. What rule two gifted one local prepper membership? Did it say who it gave it to? Um, see, I can't see that in my chat. Maybe I need to pop this chat out real quick and see. Let me pop this chat out. Let's see, pop out the chat, and I'm gonna move it over here. All right, what does that look like? It looks like you gifted it. Gifted one. Road to IC gifted one buy gifted memberships. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that did somebody get it said it was Miss Melody. I got you. It said so Miss Melody got it. There, Miss Melody is here and she hasn't said one word. Wow, that's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. You lurker, you stalker girl, you. Okay, let's see here. But thank you, Bradley. No, I didn't. I guess when it came on the screen, it said that, but also there was no, was there something in like in the middle of the screen that popped up? I don't know that that actually happened. So, all right, let's see here. Still got to clean it unless it is a squirter. There you go. I've got some whiskey for that. Is that good? Well, I mean, it is to an extent. It really has everything to do with the limb. It does kind of sterilize things a bit, but it's better if you just like warm soapy water. You just scrub that to just wash that thing out, and then you can use other compounds. People use, alcohol. Alcohol will do that. But alcohol, iodine. I know people use other things, but in general, just um, it is what it is. Bird Lady, good to see you. Thank you, Ian. Appreciate you, bro. Um, it sounds to me like someone needs to take a first aid class. That's what it sounds like. So let that sink in. All right, let's see here. I want to talk to you guys about, let's switch channels here. Let's switch back. We did have water for a long time. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Right, so let's talk about splints and immobilization. You should definitely have a SAM splint, uh, ace bandages, or those bandages that lock onto themselves. Those are even better than ace bandages sometimes. Um, you know, um, Possibly even some casting materials. They could be essential for fractures and breaks. Or fractures and breaks, they're the same thing. Moleskin can address blisters, while pliable splinting materials ensure versatility in treating various injuries. One of the recommendations could be, include flexible casting kits for extended use during prolonged emergencies. Keep multiple sizes of wraps and learn basic splinting techniques for both minor and severe injuries. Back in the day before we had casts, that's what they did. They splinted and wrapped broken bones, and basically they'd take that thing off like every day, clean it, and put it right back on just to kind of like keep the skin healthy and stuff. But yeah, that's how we did it before we had casts. That's why everything under a cast truly stinks. Um, let's see here. Then let's talk about some bleeding control. I think it's important that you invest in some pressure dressings, some Israeli bandages, tourniquets. The cat ones are probably, uh, you know, uh, um, you also want to look at maybe some septic or septic pencils. Septic pencils. They're used for stopping bleeding instantaneously. They used to make them. They were common when people like shaved with like straight razors and stuff. But you could still buy them, and they're great. There's one inside of my first aid kit. Believe it or not, cayenne pepper powder can stop minor bleeding quickly. It's not going to feel good, but it can stop minor. And it needs to be a minimum of 35,000 HU, and you're not going to know what that is. So just kind of, if you really want to stop bleeding with cayenne pepper, then you do the research. Other than that, there are great medical tools that do that perfectly. And some of the recommendations are that you practice applying tourniquets and using clotting agents in simulated scenarios. You need to familiarize yourself with the signs of shock to address severe blood loss effectively. Now, yesterday, you guys saw I opened my package from Refuge Medical. Matter of fact, I might as well do it now. Let me see here. I opened my package from Refuge Medical yesterday that had the practice tourniquet in it. I can use that thing over and over, and I can teach people how to use it, and then I won't have to use my real tourniquets. I mean, you could use practice with, but I think practice ones are designed more to give and to just use. You know what I'm saying? I think they're more reusable, for lack of better words. And if you're serious about you should be serious about your medical supplies. And the best way to do that is to go to the best company on the planet. No joke, Refuge Medical. They offer training. They have all sorts of medical supplies that you can buy, pre-made kits. They actually have some new ones that are like specialized kits that aren't for like, oh, let's cut him open, guys. No, like kits for like in your car and stuff like that. Hell, they even make a kit that like like you can wrap it around your leg under your pants and stuff like that. Some cool guy stuff. But in general, they have some of the best medical supplies on the planet, and that's why I support them. Now, if you want to save a little bit of money, basically 15% on your purchase, go use the code PrepStock. Sorry, I haven't had time to change it. I will get around to it. And you'll save 15% on your purchase. Sometimes they even have double coupon days. So, yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. Let's go to the chat. All right, looking at the chat here. What do we got? Let's see. You've got some battle bandages, but I'm not trained to use them. Well, you should do that. Watch some Lamb. Listen, YouTube. Read the package. Put it in the YouTube search bar. Watch the videos, learn how to use it. You don't know how many people I know that own Israeli bandages, basically compression bandages, okay? That have no idea how to use them. I'll figure it. No, you won't. There's no time. If you have to use a compression bandage, there's no time for you to read the damn instructions. You need to know how to use it. Okay? What's up, Dan? Bro, good to see you. Daddy. That's what that font makes me sound like. It's like, Daddy. Let's see here. And Danny, did you just become a member or something? Because I honestly don't recognize you. I apologize, but the font makes me think that you're new. But bleed stop gauze, yes, from 1.5. Got battle bandages. Alcohol should not be your first choice to clean a wound. The alcohol can damage wound area. Yes, alcohol can technically burn your skin. Tape is good for boo-boos. Yes, I've done duct tape. I've done duct tape. I've sliced my hand open and used duct tape and what is it? Duct tape and the free napkins from the kiosk at the local gas station to make a bandage until I can go get something. Let's see here. Grumpy says the wound care nurses at the hospital I worked at swore by silver Severdime cream and silver Angulate wound pads for wound care. They patched me up several times. Yes, you can actually buy little things of Silverdine cream for basically it's not an antibiotic, but it attacks the bad things. It's good stuff. It's good for the skin cells, it's good stuff. So it helps to start the healing very rapidly. Um, let's see here. I'll do that right away. Thanks. There you go. Learn to make a litter from poles and blankets in case you have to carry someone out. Yes, that's a great idea. That's a great idea, Rose. I'm not a fan of those kind of litters, but I do know how to make them. In the military, they teach you how to make them out of ponchos. But they're really hard to control because they constantly want to spin out of your hands if you're the carrier. I hate to say this, guys, but I don't know, you might want to look into just buying a litter. I mean, it's a thing. I don't own one, but I mean, now that you're talking about it, I may need to buy one. Let's see here. Driving but listening. Got you, Debbie. Got you. 1 5 says a chest seal could come in handy, but not everyone is going to need that. If it's let's see, if it goes sideways, you probably screwed anyway. I mean, possibly, but the thing is with the chest seals, and basically he's talking about bullet wounds, or should I say punctures to the pleural areas, the box as they call it. Um, the if it's a through and through and you got a couple of chest seals, boom, it's on the back, boom, it's on the front, looking for more stuff. You know what I'm saying? Most of the goo that's on these chest seals, you can like wipe the skin one time just to get rid of the large amounts of blood, and then get that chest seal on there, and you're good. And when the chest seals, normally one of them is vented. I won't give you any medical advice on how to apply them. Watch a damn YouTube video or go to Refuge Medical and figure that out. But yeah. Um, but I mean, it's just an instant fix, and it's something that could save that person's life. Zip zap. Now let's move on to something else. Is he still breathing? Is he still conscious? Things like that. So I wouldn't blow off the chest seals, but I would say that it could save somebody's life. The assumption that medical care will never be available again is kind of like it's more of an apocalyptic or an EMP scenario where if somebody got shot, they're probably going to die. What should I say in the box if they got shot in the box? But yeah, it's a thought. It's a thought, bro. Good post. Um, Mesha tape when I worked mines. MSHA tape. I've never heard of Mesha tape before. That's kind of interesting. Um, the Lamb's Light says I use honey silver. They use it for horses, but it's a real good people healer. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that they use on animals that they were using on humans first. But you just be cautious because that's not always the rule. There are some things that you can use on animals that will instantly be. So just be advised. Let's see here. Having a couple of crutches helps. Yeah, definitely. And the thing about it too, you can pick them up at probably any yard sale for like $1. You know what I'm saying? And then just stuff them in a corner someplace, and then you've got 'em. Solid 115. The Manuka honey too. Gotcha. Ian says, got lucky at a gun shop for a couple years ago and picked up a military surplus litter in the carry bag for cheap. Yes. Nice. You probably got the fancy folding one too, didn't you? Damn it. It's- oh, I'm so mad at you, Ian. So mad at you for getting a good deal. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I want one of the folding ones. I'm sticking in the corner. All right, let's see here. And 1 5 says, get them breathing. There we go. Absolutely. All right, guys. So we've come to the point in the live stream where we have to pay homage to the algorithm and wake things up a little bit. Once again, if you love your country, not your government, your country. Because if you haven't seen the bill yet, it's a joke. Super sucks right now. Even the guys are like, oh no, it's great. They even had me duped yesterday. Cindy had to frickin' square me away. Oh my God, the junk that is in that bill. Once again, if you love your country and not your government right now, put a number one in the chat. It's that easy. 1, 2, 3, America. And I'm going to drink some coffee and I'm going to talk some smack and I'm going to read you some stuff that could save your life one day. Oh, there we go. I almost broke out in song. Oh, America. Nope, not going to happen. Let's see here. 1 5 says most places have free classes for basic first aid. Learn CPR. Absolutely, 100%. If you can find guys, listen. If you work for a company that has healthcare, then a lot of times that healthcare actually will pay for like a CPR class through the Red Cross or some trash like that. You can use like your HSA, and I mean, just the craziest stuff is available. So, Rose says Congress wants a raise. I'm glad I got your attention, Rose. Yeah, it's crazy, man. What was it, 170 or what was it, $178,000 a year? They want to raise it up to $253,000 a year, something to that effect. It's a joke. I saw stuff this morning. I posted it in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, it's because you're not a member. If you were a member, you'd be in our Discord. There's a link in the description. Join the membership. Become a doomsday prepper. And because it has all the good stuff in it. That's right. That's right. Red Cross equals no help. Yeah, I mean for you. But as far as like taking classes, they have classes. They have online stuff actually. Oh, yeah, it's kind of a joke what's happening right now. We are probably I would say that there's a 90% chance we're going to have a Christmas government shutdown. Um, Congress is going to be they're going to be screaming today. They're going to be screaming bloody murder. Everybody's calling Elon a Trump puppeteer, which is a joke. It's very sad, but I warned you guys. I told you that, and this is not an I am right or I told you so moment, but I told you the 60 days after Trump was elected, we're going to be the most pivotal time in American history where if there was a chance of something popping off, that is when it would happen. And we've seen everything from drones to escalation in Ukraine to Russia blowing things up to politicians saying, "Oh yeah, we love you. You're the greatest, Mr. Red Tie, and all your friends." Yeah. And then they try to take a 1,500-page bill of trash and shove it up us without freaking any lube. So yeah, that happened. That's super great. Read on X that the CR bill was dead. Oh yeah, no, it's dead. Ian, it's dead. But the problem is they don't have anything to take its place. Uh, and the deadline is midnight tomorrow night. So yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. Let's see here. Let's see here. 1 5 says the tools are mute. Knowing what needs done when is invaluable. Yes, I agree. Let's see here. Join the volunteer fire department. Get free training. There you go. There you go. Or sign up for CERT. I know you're part of CERT, West Virginia, Pappy. I have thought about it here, but I just feel like it's going to be way too touchy-feely for me. And when it's supposed to be something that's like rugged and by the way, chainsaws, that kind of thing. All right, let's get back to the main scene. All right, so let's talk about natural remedies. Need a single issue bill. I agree. I absolutely agree, West Virginia Pappy. um, Natural remedies and multi-purpose items. In addition to traditional supplies, natural remedies offer sustainable options when modern tools run out. So I don't want people thinking I'm just trying to peddle some stuffs, okay? Because I actually use natural remedies. So let's talk about essential oils and herbs. Lavender, tea tree oils, they can treat wounds and calm stress as well. While peppermint oil, aids digestion and respiratory issues. You've got eucalyptus oil. It acts as a decongestion and natural insect repellent. I'm going to pause here for a second, guys. One of my favorite things in the entire world is eucalyptus soap. There is something so amazing about taking a shower in the morning with this soap that just is just infused with eucalyptus, and it's just like, oh, the day is I'm alive. There's something about it. If you guys can get your hands on some of it that hasn't been watered down or added some other stupid ingredient added to it, I highly recommend that you get it, unless you're allergic to it. So don't do that. Anyway, so a recommendation could be to create a mini kit with essential oils and learn their dosages. Okay, practice using chamomile or ginger tea for digestive issues and nausea. Stock herbal tinctures for pain, headaches, and immune support. Hold on, the girlfriend just texted me. I want to make sure it's not something important. Elon Musk. All right, here we go. What is this? What is this she is sending me? Elon Musk. What is that? I don't know. What is going on here? Oh, this is junk. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. So also let's think about everyday supplies. So that was a weird, you mean the boyfriend, the enforcer. Thank you for being a subscriber. The enforcer. You mean the no? I don't. Sorry, Broseph. I only swing one way. So yeah. Let's see here. When my gym had a steam room, eucalyptus oil was my. There you go. Everyone, make sure you follow us for our nightly stream. What do you do? Enforcer, enforcer, enforcer. Let's just how do I do this? Let's just, let's just, let's just, thank you for subscribing, Enforcer. Unfortunately, I had to change your view. I had to change your screen, bro. You know, that's kind of a faux pas. It's not something that, it's not something that you do. It's not the appropriate etiquette for YouTube. So love you, man. Stick around. Maybe you'll learn something. But it is what it is. So also, everyday supplies like vinegar, baking soda, and raw honey have a wide range of issues from cleaning wounds to soothing burns. Aloe vera is indispensable when treating skin irritation and sunburn. And one of the things that we can recommend, keep detailed notes on multi-purpose items and experiment with making simple salves or balms using oils and beeswax. A lot of people, it's like it's like the movies. It's like, what's this? Oh, it's her book. Oh my God, it's telling me how to make all this stuff. That's because that's how this whole practice of using natural remedies came about. The people started writing things down. Oh, and I use this amount to make this. I use this amount to do this and mix it with this and then wait this long and then do this with it. Oh my God, it's like the back of an ointment instruction, I'm saying. And so that's how they did these things. And you should be doing the same thing too. If you are going to be working with tinctures or natural ingredients to try to turn them into natural medicines. So it's something you should be doing. All right, let's go to the chat right quick. We've only got about 15 minutes left, but I think we're going to make it. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. This guy's what is going on here with the enforcer? What's message deleted by look? Oh, I see. It's not. I gotcha. Uh, I'm not exactly sure why you would say that, enforcer. You clearly have issues, but you might want to do your homework. So anyway, I really don't want to block you from the channel, but if you persist in being a dick, then that will be you breaking my only rule. So yeah, yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Change your view of the good old days. I know, right? I know, right? He's still trying. He just doesn't understand that it's not like coming through. So, it is what it is. Let's see. You've been banned, Broseph. No, not banned. You've been blocked for 20. You've been sent to the corner for 24 hours. So, yeah. Devil, you're not a devil. There's no way. Let's see. Baking soda, deodorant, and toothpaste. You'd be surprised. No, actually, I wouldn't. It does work. It's good stuff. It tastes like, but, yeah. Rule one, don't be a dick. That's right. That's the only rule I have on this channel, guys. I let everybody say whatever they want to say, and like freedom of speech actually exists as long as it's not going to get me kicked off of YouTube and break the rules. But yeah, that's my only rule. Don't be a dick. No one likes a dick. I mean, how many times you had a conversation with somebody and you go back to your friend and said, "Hey, you know that guy? He's a dick." I know, right? I mean, everybody knows. Everybody. So, let's see here. Rose says to learn more, maybe Google or herbal or nature foraging in your area. Absolutely, 100%, 100%. You know, just check whatever you Google. Just check, make sure whatever you're doing comes from a reputable source. I don't want anybody getting unalived. So it is what it is. All right, let's see here. Back to the main screen. Let's see here. Let's talk about dental and eye care. Now, long-term scenarios they absolutely demand planning for dental and eye health. Believe it or not, dental tools, uh, a dental mirror, extractors, and temporary filling materials are critical for managing oral emergencies. I have updated my dental kit in the last year. I used to keep it in one of those little plastic totes about this big. It said dental stuff. You know, but you also need to stock hydrogen peroxide and clove oil to reduce pain and disinfect. One of the recommendations we can throw out is, add dental tools like cotton rolls, and pill cups to your kit. Learn basic dental first aid, such as extracting a tooth or applying temporary molars. Believe it or not, you can watch this stuff on YouTube. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Miko, good to see you, bro. Um, and then with eye care, you want to get yourself some eye cups. You might want to Google that. Some chamomile tea and some saline solution. They're essential for washing irritants or treating infections because a lot of infections can actually happen in the eye. Eye patches and bandages should be included for injuries requiring coverage. And as a recommendation, familiarize yourself with eye irrigation techniques to safely handle foreign objects or chemical exposure. Yes, you know, people don't think about it, but I mean, we have a hard enough time holding our eyeballs open and putting drops in them. Our eyes are like, no, close, 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 no. It's your brain telling you to protect your eyes. That's why they close like that. And so to learn how to properly irrigate them, you probably should be watching some YouTube videos or something to that effect. Maybe take a class, become a nurse, be an RN, do something. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then let's talk about some special consideration. Preppers should also address some of the broader health concerns and environmental challenges. Like heating cold management, mylar blankets, wool blankets, reusable gel packs provide versatility in treating hypothermia or overheating. Lightweight stretchers and cotton sheets can aid in patient transport. We talked about that earlier. And what we can also recommend is that you test emergency blankets and practice patient stabilization to prevent heat loss or overheating during prolonged care. When we say test emergency blankets, listen, guys, you can buy an emergency blanket. You can buy like a pack of 5 of these things for like $5. Break one out, wrap yourself up in it, see what happens. Take it outside in the cold, wrap yourself up in it and see the effects. Know what it's going to do, okay? And well, make sure you didn't just buy some cheap Chinese knockoff that's not going to actually do anything. There's a thought. So, recommend you test your gear. Also, you should be planning for allergies and anaphylaxis. Non-drowsy antihistamines like Claritin, drowsy options like Benadryl and EpiPens. They're critical for treating severe allergic reactions. It's like if somebody's having a severe allergic reaction and they're not allergic to Benadryl, boom, nail them. You know what I'm saying? But they're just having a case of disease, then maybe the Claritin's going to work the best. I know with Benadryl, I can't take Benadryl. Benadryl, it's like sleepy time, and I'm going to be done. So, we should probably also think about ensuring that our EpiPens are within their expiration date. Practice using dummy devices to build confidence in high stress situations. The price of EpiPens have gone down significantly. And by the way, the expiration dates on EpiPens do not mean that they're truly expired. They have a window on them. And when you buy them, look in that window, and that's the way it should look. That's the way the liquid should look. If you look at your EpiPen and it's cloudy or it's got a weird color to it that wasn't the original color that's imprinted in your brain housing group, then you should be either throwing those out or using those things to train. You've got an EpiPen. Why don't you find something that you can inject with a grapefruit, an orange, something you can inject with. Practice using the EpiPen, knowing the amount of pressure, knowing how long you have to hold it there to get the full dosage, things like that. Don't just throw it in the trash. Actually use it on something as practice, not yourself, not a human, not an animal, not a being, not a life force. Okay, find an orange. Okay, it'll work. All right, let's see here. Dehydration and rehydration. Aqua tabs and electrolyte powders like Gatorade are essential for purifying water and replenishing fluids. The aqua tabs, they taste awful, but they'll purify water. There's other ways of doing it, but they'll purify it. And what I also recommend is that you store a variety of water purification methods, including filters, boiling supplies, to handle long-term hydration needs. If you believe that you're going to survive months, if not years, using a life straw, then you are wrong. You're absolutely wrong, and you're going to pay for it. And unfortunately, other people will probably pay for it as well. All right, let's go ahead and roll to the chat here real quick. All right, let's see here. What do we got? What have we got? What kind of messes are we seeing here today? I guess the enforcer left, you know. Let's see here. Coconut oil will also pull infection out of gums and reduce swelling. Yes, I've heard that. 1.5. Irrigation is hard but necessary. I have used our eye wash station more than once, and I wear safety glasses all day. Uh, don't heat a cloth. Don't heat a toothache. It will get infected. Yes, exactly. Rose says, know of incident where chewing used to a tooth, but the tooth fell out. I'm not tracking. That's hard to read, Rose. Let's see here. JKR just subbed. Greetings from Western India. Thank you, JKR. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Do me a favor, make sure you hit that like button. Matter of fact, I haven't asked anybody to do it the entire stream. It just helps with the algorithm. I'm going to make the videos whether you like it or not. So this is all about making YouTube wake up for us. But JKR, thank you very much. Western Indiana. I love it. I love it, man. Let's see. West Virginia Pappy says emergency blankets make good heat reflector. Yes, they do. Rule 2, I see. I have to go prepare for this meeting. Have a great day, LP and chat. Got you. Rule 2, I see. Enjoy your meeting. Bradley, are you part of this meeting as well? Inquiring minds want to know. All right, let's see. Miko says, that's why I saw is worth so much money in the old days. It holds liquid in your body, an assault you and by nowadays sodium, which is good for your liver. Oh, I got you. Salt. Got you. Yes. Personal lost tooth after chewing tobacco because of an abscess. Oh, I got you, Rose. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. All right, so let's get into the meat and potatoes of this because I know that there are many people that kind of ignore this, but I'm going to beat you. I'm going to browbeat you. I'm going to I'm going to browbeat you for a few seconds here. Practical training and application. Stockpiling supplies is only half of the equation, guys. Proper training ensures these areas are used or these items are used effectively. Preppers should learn basic skills such as suturing, wound irrigation, and splinting. Practice handling medical tools and creating improvisational solutions to address unexpected challenges. What did we just say there? Scenario based training. Think about it, dream it up. Do it yourself. Teach it to somebody else. Watch them do it. Tell them how to do it right. And you may find so many things. In teaching people, you actually find ways of doing things even better. So yeah, I cannot emphasize more training, training, getting your brain where it needs to be so that you don't have to read instructions when the bad stuff happens. Okay. Let's see here. Bradley says, I am in a meeting, but I got you all in one ear so they don't know I'm ahead. Just just here for moral support today. I got it, Brad. Of course, I knew you two were in the same meeting. You're not fooling anybody. He's gonna like walk in late and you're gonna be like, hey. Preps are useless without knowledge. 100% true, West Virginia Pappy. All right, so let's go ahead and expand on some recommendations and we're gonna close this out. So mental and emotional health. You know, you need to think about adding calming herb teas or herbal teas like chamomile or tinctures with valerian root for managing stress or insomnia. Sometimes people can't sleep, you know. Also, you need to have some pediatric considerations, you know, include child-specific medicines, smaller dressings, and supplies suitable for treating young patients. I don't know if I have it handy. I thought I did. Where's it at? Because did I put the kit? I got this the other day. Yeah, okay, I already got it in the kit. Child tourniquets, guys. Child tourniquets. They make tourniquets that you can use on children. Uh, it's an important thing to have. And then redundancy in tools. Have multiple sets of trauma shears, syringes, and gloves to account for loss or contamination. And obviously, you need to learn how to sterilize that trash too. All right, so some final thoughts. You know, um, with this advanced kit that we just went over, that we just talked about. That was an advanced kit. So, um, coupled with practical training, um, this is going to equip individuals to handle probably about 90% of medical emergencies likely to occur in a survival situation. By combining conventional tools with natural remedies and essential skills, preppers can build a robust medical strategy that addresses injuries, infections, dental emergencies, and more. Adaptability and hands on experience are key to making the most of these preparations. Well, okay, guys. So, with that said, we're going to go to the chat one last time. And you know what, guys? I forgot to do it. I am such a giant turd. We got 5 minutes. I can do it. We got 5 minutes. I can do it. I forgot to put the poll question in the poll. Control copy. And we're going to add this, and we're going to start a poll, and we're going to see. And then this will be your only mission for today. This is your remaining mission. There's no question you will accept this mission, and no one will self-destruct because this is an educational channel. All right, I got two more things to post in here, like that, and then I'm going to throw that in there, and then I'm going to start the poll. So this poll question is, what's your top priority for survival medical kit? Now we just buttload of, okay. So yeah. And so antibiotics and natural remedies, wound care and trauma supplies, essential medications, and tools, training for emergency. So remember, what's your top priority for survival medical kit? Looks like people are starting to answer it. And looks like wound care and trauma supplies is in the lead. Dun, 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 dun. We're off to the dog track. Guys, get in there and get that poll done up for me real quick. Wound care, trauma, 100%. There you go, JKR. There you go. It's different for everybody because when they answer a question like this, it has a lot to do with like what that they're in their minds reviewing what they have, and then what they need. Their priority could be something that they're missing, or they're thinking about the kit in general and what is the priority of the kit. It is an advanced kit, so trauma is going to be high on the list. Let's see here. Practice doing things under stress to learn to remain calm. Exactly, exactly. Um, let's see. I'm not seeing anything else in the chat. Looks like you guys are just finishing up. Like right now, 50% believe that wound care and trauma supplies is the number one thing. I see some hearts flying all over the place here. Here we go. We're gonna make some more. Oh, so many hearts. Oh, there we go. All right, let's see. How are we doing? How are we doing on that poll? How are we doing? We're up to 9 votes. There are 18 people in here. I know some of you can't vote because you are in a meeting right now. But it is what it is. And we do have about a minute left on the live stream. So that's what we will do. And I'm gonna banter a little bit. This whole uh omnibus spending bill that wasn't supposed to be an omnibus bill. And thank you, Cindy, for making me research more and finding out that it really was. Um, it's out of control. It's totally out of control, guys. I honestly believe they said, I think Vivek said that um, for every $1 there that is spent over the next year because of this bill, there's $65 attached to it. So basically, 650% more money was going to get spent in this bill than is necessary to spend. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. All right, so it looks like the poll played out for you guys. Let's see. You know what I can do? I can do this. I can do. I'm gonna make that go away. Go away. There you go. All right. What's your top priority for survival kit? Looks like 50% wound care and trauma supplies, 40% antibiotics, natural remedies, essential medications as 10%, and training. How is training not on the list, guys? What is? How is training not a priority? Are you guys all? Is everybody here an EMT? Holy shnikes, I had no idea. No, you're all paramedics. No, you're all doctors. No, you're all trauma surgeons. That's it. I only attract trauma surgeons, right? Come on, guys. Come on. It's not about the stuff that's on your shelf. It's about the stuff that's in your brain. You guys know this. All right. Guys, I want to thank you for hanging out with me for an hour. I shall hopefully see you tomorrow. It really has everything to do with the appointment that I have to. I am WebMD. It really has everything to do with the appointment that I have to go to at 12:30 today. So I will keep the members up to date as to what is happening to the status of that medical situation. And for those of you that are new to the channel, thank you for subscribing and hanging out with us. And everybody hit that thumbs up on the way out the door. Appreciate it. It's completely free. It's completely free. And if you have not subscribed, do me a favor, do that. And yeah, you'll get to see more of this kind of stuff. And as usual, guys, stay safe. Have a great day, and I shall see you when I see you. Bye bye. That one.